I was telling him earlier, when I was in high school, I was before I graduated from 12. You guys were easily the worst team ever.
Team to name, national reality, everybody. He was so good, and he was of course an 8th grade. He was one of the first kids to do that, and like really unique.
Yeah, Mike, I don't think you had this many microphones.
No.
You just had the one.
So are you doing like mini availability yet?
Yeah.
It's like a... Because it allowed, so originally coming in, it was like, we're going to the same accent. And we're like, well, this is a live stream opportunity. So you get your interview, your live stream, and then as soon as it all comes out, local media comes in, they all ask questions.
Right there. Will that say when we're ready, or just when we see 11:30?
Just you go.
What?
Just start at 11:30. He knows what to do.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Malachi, his family, his teammates, and our community. As you go through this process today, be loud, be proud, cheer, celebrate, and let's give Malachi the credit and honor he deserves to be Nation City, okay? we're so proud of this day. Probably nobody in this building is more proud, besides maybe his mother and father and Michael, than Miss Joy Lusby. So I'm going to turn it over to our principal this time, Miss Lusby.
Welcome, guys. This is a big, exciting day for us. This morning, I was reflecting on what was getting ready to happen later this morning, and all I could tell myself was, this is so much bigger than we realize, because while there's like a pinpoint in Scott County, Kentucky, there's a pin inside that pin at Great Crossing High School. And if we take a string and tie that string to all the places this is reaching right now, this is a nationwide event. There are people watching this live stream all over the nation. And I don't even know if you all realize that right now, but this is being streamed live nationwide. Do you know that? Guys, in 2020, a middle school student hit the varsity floor at Great Crossing High School. You kind of thought, man, this kid is really big. This is a really big kid, so tall. What's going to happen? What's going to go on? Well, 5 years later, here we are. It's 2024. Our big man is a senior. He's making a big decision, or he's announcing a big decision today. And the thing that I love about this is, man, we all know that he is a fantastic basketball player. We all know that. We've all shared that fun, went to the state tournament last year, got the revenge tour scheduled for this year. It's going to be amazing. But before he leaves this year and he heads on to his, I have a small message for the coach that's about to receive him. And it's this. I know that you know that you're getting an amazing basketball player. But what I really need you to know is you're getting an amazing human being. There's a whole lot of us, there's a whole lot of Warhawks that represent the Warhawk Nation. And I'm prouder for Malachi Moreno to wear Great Crossing across his chest. Not prouder. You all, today, he's getting ready to make a huge announcement. I think we all, in the back of our minds, we're hopeful. I'm going to leave it right there. But I'm also going to say, it's not about us. It's about him. And it's about the decision that fit him the best. And you know what? Win, lose, or draw, no matter what that decision is, we're going to cheer for him. And we're going to love on Malachi Moreno. This is your day, big guy. This is your day. We love you. We're excited for you. Win, lose, or draw, we're behind you no matter what. And I'm going to step up and I'm going to let Steve Page, the boys basketball coach here at Great Crossing High School, take it away.
When I was asked to speak today, obviously it was a huge honor to do it, but you know, I've coached Malachi since he was in 6th grade, started at Scott County Middle School, been an honor for 4 years now at Great Crossing, year 5. Got him here in as Miss Lusby pointed out, his 8th grade year, we got him on the varsity floor. We knew, I knew we had something special. Didn't know, to be honest, didn't know how special at that time. And then as the next couple of years went on, my phone rang, and it rang again, and it rang again. And every time I answered, there's another college coach asking about Malachi. And you knew then, early on, kind of where this was gonna, where this was gonna end up for him. I was fortunate enough over the past couple of years to attend some colleges with him, and they roll the red carpet out for you. fans. We had one place that when we walked in, they cheered crazy for him. But the one thing I love about Malachi all throughout that process, he stayed level-headed. Didn't worry about anything. He knew he stayed focused on the reason that he was getting that attention, and that was the type of person he was and his basketball ability. And speaking of basketball ability, I just want to share a few stats with you guys. So far in his career, he's 1,638 points. If he does what he did last year, he's going to end up around 2,200 for his career. 1,378 rebounds. He's on pace for about 1,800. He had 491 last year. So gives you an idea. Last year's 491 put him in the top 25 in a single season in the history of KHSA in rebounds. Obviously, the record book at Great Crossing may never be touched on rebounds. Here. He had 25 rebounds actually in a game at the Beach Ball Classic against number 10 team in the nation at that time. So, in 24 points, 25 rebounds, heck of a game. Blocks is where, everything he does off the chart. But blocks, 461 in his career. To the best of my research yesterday, that puts him 6th currently in the KHSA, all-time record. On pace to finish number 3. So if he does what we expect this year, number 1 and 2 is pretty far up there. He'd have to get 8 or 9 a game. We'd love for him to block 8 or 9 shots a game next year, but probably in somewhere around 3rd. To me, this is probably the most amazing stat, though. Hope everybody knows what a double-double is. It's when you score double figures of points, rebounds, blocks, whatever it may be. He's played in 105 games the last 3 years and has 62 double-doubles. That's so 60% of the time. I was trying to figure this out, but I am guessing there's probably another 10 times when he was tapping me on the shoulder when we were up 25, saying, "Coach, I need 2 more rebounds. I need 2 more points. Put me back in." And of course, I said no. And 4 triple doubles. So his triple doubles have been points, rebounds, and blocks. So he's had actually 6 games of 10 blocks or more so far in his career. His record is 11. So awards: All-State Herald Journal, All-State Herald Leader the last 2 years. Was the 11th Region Player of the Year last year. All-Tournament, Sweet 16, All-Region, All-District. You can go on and on. And then, let's be honest, any voters out there, he's not in 2025 Miss Basketball. I'm not sure what you guys will be watching next year. That should be everybody hear that? Malachi Moreno. And then the other one, we want to see him in the Burke game, the McDonald's All-American game. So he's right there. Now those stats that just went out, those are phenomenal. But the one huge thing on the basketball court I love about Malachi, he doesn't care about those stats. Yes, we need him to do those stats to win, but Malachi doesn't care. He just cares about winning. And he does that along with his teammates at a high clip the last 3 years. We're 91-15 the last 3 years. So pretty incredible record. Give you an example, probably a lot of you were at the region finals when Malachi rebounded past his teammate. Trey made a 3 to send us to the Sweet 16. Malachi could care less. He made a shot. He was going to win the Sweet 16. Obviously those stats are mind-boggling. Obviously the reason he had over 30 Division I offers. The reason he's the #1 center in the country. The reason he's top 25. The things that, and Joy touched on them as well, but the other things that I love that are just as impressive. Incredible teammate. Always team over himself. I remember one game, end of the game, Ryan Payne, a couple years ago, made back-to-back 3-pointers, and I think the most excited person in the gym was Malachi for Ryan that night. If you watch the League 24 game on ESPN the other night, or if you watch the All-American stuff that he participated in Orlando, he had teammates he was with for 1 week, and and he was the most excited for those teammates for their success during those games. And, you know, that stuff you just can't teach. That's just ingrained, and that's something I love about him. Later on and off the court, you know, if you see Malachi around and you see a kid around with a pen, he's going to sign that autograph. He knows that, you know, the kind of role model he is. I know those kids look up to him. In fact, Coach McCoy's son Jackson calls Malachi his best friend, and that's just simply how Malachi treats him and how he interacts with him, you know, after every game. So, you know, Malachi definitely uses his talents for good off of the court. Student of the game. Almost every game, we'll walk out of the gym about 9:15. I get a text about 9:30. Coach, when's the film going to be uploaded? Because he wants to watch and you know, see. He's not watching to see his highlights, see his points he scored. He wants to see areas that he feels like he can improve for the next game. And then true student athlete, 4.0 student. How great is he? 4.0 student. You know, with all diversity, attention, obviously the most highly recruited athlete in the history of this community. But more importantly, it's the type of kid that we love to represent our school. We love to represent our community. You know, as he's traveled the world in his basketball pursuit, to fulfill his dream. And I know whatever college chooses him, or he chooses, whatever college he announces here today. You know, he's not only getting a highly rated basketball player. I think I saw where 247 Sports has him rated as a 4-star basketball player. He's 100% a 5-star human being. I can sit up here all day, go on and on and on, but who's ready for a position? I'm going to pass it off to Malachi Moreno, the National Basketball Recruiting Analyst for 247 Sports, and he's going to take it from here.
All right, Malachi, the moment's almost here, but we have very special people up here with us today. Give you a moment to introduce everybody.
All right, so I got my mom, Sarah. I got my big brother, Michael. I got my dad, Lewis. You know, most important people in this decision, so that's why they're up here with me.
Awesome. You also have all these jerseys up here. It's clearly been one long, one heck of a journey. Just what has this experience been like getting to this moment?
It's been truly like blessing, just having all these opportunities given to me. I wanted to work hard for it, and this is just a testament of what I put.
Here, Michael was a heck of a basketball player, one of the best players at Eastern Kentucky in the history of the program. As he gets ready to step into this next chapter, what kind of advice do you have for him?
All I can say is just continue to keep God first, lean on your family, and when it gets hard, work harder, because you're going to be great. And you know, we're all proud of you. Everybody in this building's here for you. They're all proud of you. So the advice I can and continue to work every day.
So Malachi, you were. So you're down to 8 schools. You had some official visits scheduled, but you say, you know what, I know where I want to go. What brought you to that moment?
I think it's just the path that God put me on, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, He has His plan for me, and I'm just a follower.
All right, so before we get to the big announcement, I want to give you the time here. I know you have a big speech prepared, so take as much time as you need.
Thank you. First off, I would like to thank God for putting me in this position. None of this would be possible without Him. He knew my plan and He led me in the right direction. As He said in Psalm 24:4-5, or 25:4-5, my bad. Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. Lead me by your truth and teach me. By you are the God who saves me all day long. I put my hope in you. Second, I would like to thank my family for the unconditional support and love throughout this whole process, whether it's my mom coming with me to all my AAU tournaments, my dad taking me to get shots up in the gym, or my brother being the guide every step of the way. None of this would be possible without them. I'd also like to thank all the coaches that invested their time into me. This is just a testament of what you guys were able to do, and I can't thank you enough. Then I would like to thank everyone that has helped me in this announcement process, such as the Hancocks, Miss Corinda Toy, Mr. and Mrs. Haywood, Travis, and Miss Joy Lesby. I appreciate all the support. And lastly, I'd like to thank everyone that's watching online and everyone in this gym for coming out and supporting me through these last 5 years of being a Warhawk. You were the main reason I wanted to stay home instead of going to prep school, so I appreciate y'all. Teammates, y'all want to come up here? Y'all ready? All right. With that being said, I will be taking my talents. Drop that banner, please, to the University of Kentucky. I mean, it's like they say, there's no better place than home. So.
New head coach got hired in April. What has stood out to you about him and ultimately sold you to go play for him?
He kept the main thing, just putting God first and just let me know, like, he can coach me, but he can also make me a better human being.
And then being a Georgetown kid, growing up 20 minutes from campus, what does it mean to you to go and put on that Wildcat jersey?
It means a lot. You know, growing up in Kentucky, you always want to put on that Kentucky uniform. So just being able to go there and wear Kentucky across my chest, it means the world to me.
All right, I know everybody was celebrating for the rest of the day, but last question. We have another in-state star who's narrowing in on a potential decision. What is your message to Jasper Johnson?
You know where home's at, Jasper. Good.
I'll bring him home.
One more big hit, Malachi.
later.
Did you like that?
So I wanted to make sure that we didn't like lose power.
Blow it up already.
Just have everybody send me the pictures. Oh, that's so cool. I think they have class in the morning. Yeah, that's Jay. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I will see you.
Opportunity coming up that he's like
You want it 0.5?
a little.
I do one regular one.
Hey, Malik, we just renewed them UK basketball tickets this week. Yes, can't wait. Can't wait.
Can you take us with you?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Sarah.
You're right.
I already have a story to add. Oh, I should post that now. I was waiting.
Thank you.
Congrats.
You got a pen?
Please.
Yeah, we want them all over.
Yeah, that's right.
Here, I'll take it.
Thanks, Valley. Now, you take mine? Love you, Sarah. Did you guys get a card? I did. Got it. So now when you're famous, I can brag that I got it.
You know I'm I have to send it. I'll send that to you. Thank you, man. Hey, Malachi, for real, congratulations. You know, hey, I loved you wherever you went, man.
What are you doing out here? I got a few. Happy for you, buddy. Baby Joe. Baby Louie. Baby Joe. Hi, Bobby. Smile. Not smiling? Yeah. Thank you.
We'll start our press conference, okay?
What they made me to do?
Alrighty, bye. So the sun here you want you on top. There you go. I took 5. Alright, clear.
Come on, Mike.
Absolutely. They've got to start this press conference, but yes. Will you, Elizabeth, will you take this picture?
Oh, why? They don't know. I'll take a picture of it.
Except for firehouse.
Alright, I guess I gotta move this all the way up there.
There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Maybe.
good.
So we don't got to take.
I don't think so.
This is all you.
It's all me and Allie.
Yeah, I can sign it.
Do I need to stay here?
Not here, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
I'll be around.
Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. Take it a bunch. Thank you. You're welcome. There you go. Thank you.
And I won't be that guy. Like way up there.
Thank you.
No, I'm not. I'm not that guy. Until someone else is, then I'll go there and
Make sure you talk clearly into my mic, Keith.
What's that?
When you're asking your questions, talk clearly into my mic.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
So you got one up there and one here?
Yeah, I'm just the walker.
I'll talk like this. And so Malachi,
Our mic on?
do you need it?
You're like, hey, you know, 2 of these. Oh yeah, air traffic control.
I can borrow your stand. I'll borrow your hat. I'm just gonna wear it on top of my head.
Hello, KSR viewers. Watchers.
I gotta really put it on.
I'm gonna move your mic here.
It could just sit like that.
Closer. Good. Whatever you say. He says don't put it under the table.
Malachi, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Who's first?
Who wants to go first?
Malachi, when you look at this, when was the deciding moment Kentucky is the place compared to everybody else?
I was on a visit at UK. Coach Pope brought me and my brother to sit down in the middle of the court. I just felt it. It was just a feeling. God put me on this path, so I just chose to follow it.
Is your connection with Coach Pope even stronger that he's a big and he works with the bigs in practice and things like that?
Yes, I took a lot of pride in that, knowing that he develops his big man, like personally, not just has like a coach to do that, like he does it personally. And he was a big man at Kentucky, so he knows what it takes.
I guess kind of going off that, what has he told you about his vision for you as a big man at Kentucky and elements of your game that you'd like to implement?
Just being able to be a playmaking big, like how they are in the NBA now, but also being able to hang championships and win banners.
Why was now the time to make the decision instead of later on? Or are you hoping others follow you by making this?
I think I can start a trend and get people to follow in my decision and come home.
Can you walk us through the relationship you have with Coach Pope and how quickly and instantly that started to connect?
It sort of started once he got the job. I mean, he called me the first day he got it, and I had to earn the scholarship twice. I got it from Coach Cal back in October, and then I had to re-earn it from Coach Pope. So that was sort of a message he gave me. Like, he wasn't just going to give it to me. I had to earn it. So
You mentioned it earlier. Could have gone prep, staying here, now staying here for the next couple of years as well. Why? What does Kentucky mean to you, just as a state in general?
I mean, I got everything I needed just being here, and this is my home. I grew up here my whole life, so it didn't feel right leaving for 1 year.
What did it mean to see, Reed Shepherd do what he did at Kentucky? I know he's a different coach, and then now to see a couple of guys you've competed against be there.
Just seeing them live out their dreams as well. I mean, they all grew up in Kentucky. They all wanted to put that Kentucky uniform on. So I think just seeing them live out their dreams, it showed me I wanted to live out mine.
Does it feel different wearing blue today than waking up yesterday?
A little bit, because now the whole world knows. So it's a little bit easier to wear blue.
How good does it feel?
It feels great knowing I'm going to be able to wear it across my chest for the next couple of years.
What did Michael mean? How much did you lean on him? Obviously, you said he went on the visit with you.
I mean, he was my biggest supporter throughout this whole decision. I mean, anytime I left somewhere, he was always the first person I called. I told him about it. He gave me his opinion on it, and then we went from there. I don't think I ever went on a visit that he didn't know about.
he said in an interview before that he decided to go to EKU to be here with you, your mom, your dad, and kind of help you through this journey. What does that kind of mean to you? And now that you're finally here,
that he gave up a lot to be here with me, and that's a big sacrifice he gave out because I mean he was one of the best players in the area. So he gave up a lot to be here for my success. So I wanted him to be a part of my success as well.
How did Coach Pope say he might use you? Because the game has changed, and you're not a guy who shoots 25-footers, but
just my passing. He says my passing is really good, and just being able to share the ball with my teammates and how I play at a high level.
How do you want your game to evolve coming into your senior year, leading into college?
Just being able to improve my consistency on my jump shot, and just being able to provide for whatever's needed.
Coach Page's gonna let you step out?
I hope so.
Kind of mentioned it earlier. Obviously, you played against Travis, played the same AAU team and things like that. So, what's your kind of relationship with him, Trent, and some other guys here in the UK?
Me and Travis were best buds. He was my roommate when we went to Italy, and we've kept tight ever since. I actually have to call him after this, so it'll be a fun talk. Because now we can say we're teammates. So,
your faith. You mentioned Psalms, and we know Coach Pope is extremely dedicated. What angle did that also maybe play in it?
Once I saw that his main goal was to keep faith the number one thing, that kind of what set it apart for me.
Being the first on the list, now do you start working on other guys, trying to get them to follow along?
Yes, I ironically have a list of people I want to text after this.
You mentioned
How long is the
Jasper
list?
in your announcement. What's been your message to him, and how much are you guys in communication?
I mean, I talk to him every now and then, and I'm just constantly telling them there's no place like home. Like, BBN loves us, and we can say we got to wear Kentucky across our chest. So it's a dream we both had since we were little kids.
What would it have taken from another school to pry you out of Lexington, Central Kentucky, and everything?
I think just the love they showed my family, just because I'm a big family guy, and just seeing if it was the right fit for me, showing me their plan they had for me, different things like that.
When do you plan on signing and putting pen to paper?
Whenever the next signing period is, I guess.
You mentioned you had to re-earn the offer. What kind of just stood out about Coach Pope, kind of differences now compared to what it was like with Coach Hill?
It's just a different, he's coming in at a new job, so it's just a different feeling right now, but I feel like we'll get back to that championship level.
Obviously, in addition to you, there's other recruits that Mark Pope is trying to get to Kentucky, but from someone who's been in those intimate situations with him, can you explain what he's like as a recruiter and just the conversations and what helped put you at ease with him?
He just sits down and talks with you. Some of the time, it's not even about basketball; it's just about life. Like, he'll just come down and talk to you. He's told me stories about his time at Kentucky, and he's not just a coach, but he's also a father figure to all his players. So.
How much did that help you, I guess, when you reaching this decision?
It helped a lot because, I'm going to be 18 going into college, and I'm going to be leaving my family. I'm not going to be that far, but I'm going to be away from my family, so I'm going to need a place that can shape me into a fine young man.
Good.
Cool. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being here. If you need any help, let me know. I will wait and we'll go together so you can get your keys at the end.
All right, how do you want to do this? I'll set it up. Cool.
What did they do?
All right, you can grab Malachi.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
Let's go back here.
Back here? I've got this one on. Okay, you're...
Yeah, that was most of the battery was.
Right, grab that.
Yeah.
Also just stand up.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the only person.
We have hot mics? Yep. Mike, we're still live. I'm there.
I'm just trying to get service, get this shit on.
Yeah, I'll meet you out there.
Okay.
Is you on that? You're out.
Just ask the vibe of it. Are we live right now? Oh, sweet.
We are live.
Here's for the offer. Principal and superintendent are the way. That's something that might.
That's great. I think we're going to get Dad, Mom.
If it's a yes, you give me one of these, okay?
All right.
But
Kick us out.
maybe about 10 or so minutes so that they can go celebrate.
Yeah. Well,
Okay?
sounds great. All right. We're live. We want to just dig in real quick. Malachi's going to come over. Step back just a little bit. All right. We good? Zach, here we go. The man of the hour is somewhere back there. He's going to be joining us very shortly. But Malachi Moreno is a Kentucky Wildcat. We are here at Great Crossing High School in Georgetown, Kentucky, where Mark Pope gets the ball rolling. His first commitment of the class of 2025, and it is a big one, both figuratively and literally, as you can see. 7-foot Malachi Moreno, top 25 player in the class of 2025. The #1 center is a Wildcat, Zach.
Yes, it's been a huge summer for Malachi. He's really boosted his stock, kind of established himself as the perennial #1 center in the country, the obvious choice for the top player in the state of Kentucky. 7 foot, about 2'10", really talented playmaker in the post, has a very good soft touch, great rebounder, terrific shot blocker. Like I said, this summer he's really solidified his game and grown himself into a player that you can see being the headliner of a recruiting class. Like you said, he's the first domino to fall. He already made his pitch to Jasper Johnson. I'm sure there are other guys here that he said actually that he has a list of guys that he's going to text probably in the next 5 minutes of guys that he wants to come to Kentucky.
Would not reveal any of those
Did
names.
not reveal.
Besides Jasper, but would not reveal any of the names.
But we can guess some other names. We'll maybe ask him about a couple when he comes over here. But a great start for Mark Pope's class to land an in-state kid, a big guy just like Pope. Couldn't ask for a better start for Pope to land his first 2025 commit.
Jacob, Reed Shepherd came up several times, just the journey, seeing him become, an in-state star and become the #3 draft pick. But a big part of it was also staying home, staying local, not going the prep route. There were a lot of schools that would have loved to have Malachi Moreno stay. Same with Reed Shepherd a couple years back. He decides to stay with North Laurel. Malachi also decides to stay here at Great Crossing. Just the home theme, just talking about wanting to stay home, Jacob, clearly a top priority for him as he's now a Kentucky Wildcat.
Yeah, and he talked about having unfinished business at this high school, at Great Crossing. He wants to finish that off. He wants to achieve a lot. And then he obviously wants to stay home and at Kentucky, play under a coach that played at Kentucky. I think Mark Pope played a big part in that, keeping him as a hometown kid.
And just in terms of playing style, we talked a little bit that, he's a modern big. And it's starting to expand his game a little bit, Zach. We saw him in the UA next 24 game in New York where he stepped out and knocked down a 3, starting to grow a little bit more and more comfortable. But the playmaking, the passing, the touch, the finesse, he's made to play for Mark Pope. That was kind of just a system fit for him that Mark Pope has been driving endlessly, that he's a Mark Pope big, and he knows what a Mark Pope big looks like because he was one himself.
Absolutely, and Malachi already had like a nice 15, 18 footer. He could hit it pretty consistently from the free throw line, but like you said, he's really trying to expand himself. He said, or he even joked and asked his coach that he's hoping he can take some threes this year. I'm sure they'll let him do that. But the playmaking, when I got to see him in person for the first time at a game last year at Lexington Catholic, that was one of the first things that really stands out. Is you don't see a guy who loves to play in the post, but loves to pass probably more often than he likes to shoot. And he's continued to develop himself to where now he's confident, just as confident going up and using his left and his right hand hooks as he is trying to dish it out, finding his teammates in corners for threes. He's a guy that you can put at the top of the key and maybe help initiate the offense a little bit. Will be great for pick and rolls. Like you said, he's just a very ideal player for Mark Pope to get things rolling here.
Jacob, talk to me about the timing, because this was kind of out of the blue. We knew that Kentucky was in a really good spot. They were going back and forth with Indiana, Ohio State lurking as well. But this was we good?
Yeah, trade you real fast.
All right. Steven jumping in. I like that. The timing to where he had the official visit scheduled, 5 up to this point. He was going to finish out with Big Blue Madness. But for him to just say, you know what, screw all that, I'm deciding right now. What do you make of that? We have Jasper Johnson, who I have been told is not making a decision next week. He's actually pushing it back to the weekend. The week after that, he will be out in LA for Mamba camp. It's Mamba Day. So he will be there at 8:24. So didn't want to kind of overlap with that. What do you make of the timing to kind of beat Jasper to the punch a little bit? Is it to kind of put some pressure on the in-state talent to stay home as well?
I think that's definitely part of it. I don't think it's any secret or surprise that Kentucky really wanted to land Malachi, and I think they were pushing to make a commitment pretty soon. So that played a role. Getting that first commit is huge because, like Malachi talked about, he has a list of guys he's going after. So to have a guy in your corner that can start recruiting for you is really significant as guys are setting official visits for September, October.
Michael, you want to jump in here real quick? You want to jump in? We're live. Let's do this, baby. Big day for you, obviously. You have such a close relationship with Malachi. Just what does this mean to you to get this over with and know that he's going to be right down the street from you?
It means everything. Obviously, I had a chance to kind of pave the way early on, but obviously not on that scale. So just have an opportunity to see him live out his dream, something he's set his mind to. It's a very important one to be able to do in front of your family. It's a perk that I had at Eastern, and it's definitely something that can propel him to the ultimate dream of being able to play in the the NBA. So it means everything to us and as a family, and it means everything to me personally. So
what you've been in his shoes. You've been a highly sought after local kid, as productive as they come at Eastern Kentucky. What have you hoped to teach him in this journey of knowing how to handle the recruiting process, knowing how to handle development on the court, and obviously what's to come? Hopefully at Kentucky.
Right. At the end of the day, you got to be yourself. Don't try and reinvent yourself when you get to college. Work on the things you're good at, things you struggle with. Work even harder. The biggest thing is you're still a regular human being just like everybody else. Don't try to put yourself on a pedestal. Don't get complacent. You get a great privilege and opportunity to be able to put Kentucky on your chest. Every kid, in this gym that plays ball probably had a, point in time where they really wanted to be that. So having the opportunity to just wear that means everything. But don't get complacent. Be yourself. Be a good human being. Treat people right. Do all the little things because basketball will take care of itself. Keep the main thing. Keep God first. All that. Because God's going to lead you the right way. You steer off, he's going to make sure it's time to come back. So you have to continue to keep the main thing.
Last question before we just get Malachi on here. Why Kentucky? What for the fit for him, what did you like about Kentucky with him playing for Mark Pope?
Pope's a big coach, man. He was honest. He said, look, man, I'm not going to tell you that I'm the best coach in the country. He said there's great coaches all around. There's great coaches that you're going to have opportunities to play for. But he says, I feel I'm best suited to coach you. There's things that you're not good at yet that I feel I'm great at coaching. And he was honest with him. How many coaches are going to sit there and tell a kid that's highly sought after what he's not good at and tell him that you may not be good enough yet? How many people are going to be that honest with you? And anybody that's met Pope, you love him. He's a great guy, great human being, so he's going to be a motor of man at Kentucky, and I think that's what you want to turn Malachi into as a man, one, on and off the floor. But I think Pope is well suited to, prepare him for life after ball and prepare him for, to play and stay. That's his dream, to play and stay in the NBA. So he's excited. We're very excited for him.
Man, that's awesome. Let's get the man of the hour over here. What up, buddy?
What's up, man?
You look good wearing blue and white for the first time. I asked you a little bit earlier. Just what does it feel like to wake up this morning, putting on Kentucky, and it you being now a committed Kentucky Wildcat?
I mean, it means a lot. It was like I said, it was my dream to put this on, and now it's a reality. So,
what was just the final pitch for you, and the moment where you said, you know what? There's, I like Indiana, I like Ohio State, these other schools. I appreciate what, their respective pitches, but they just didn't compare to what Mark Pope and Kentucky's offering.
It was just a little more, I think it was a little more free reign with the ball in my hands. I like being a passing big, and that's sort of Mark Pope's offense, is he'll bring the big out to the top of the key and then make decisions out of that. So I think that sort of set it apart for me.
And they mentioned earlier you aren't a guy to step out and take 25-footers. We just saw you do it. I mean, we know you have that in your bag. Is that something you want to kind of add?
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be something I add. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but I'm going to do it.
We talk about recruiting. You told me that you wanted to kind of put your recruiting hat on and say, I'm the best recruiter in the world. What does that look like? What is a Malachi Moreno pitch now that you are officially a Kentucky Wildcat?
I mean,
I'm a high-ranked recruit. I got a lot of connections, and I mean, there's just no better place, in my opinion. So
to a guy like Jasper, what would be your pitch to him, saying, "Bro, what are we doing here?"
I mean, just we're from Kentucky. We have the opportunity to put it on. Like, we can wear Kentucky across our chests, and people be happy about it. Like, we're from here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is home.
You all are also in a very unique situation where your AAU teammate, Braylon Mullins, is also a highly sought-after recruit, a guy Kentucky is desperate to land as well. For my money, the best shooter in high school basketball.
Yeah.
What does that look like? How, now that you have the teammate angle to kind of throw at him and say, hey, AAU teammates, college teammates?
No, we did have that in mind, because like I knew he was going to be great after. I mean, he blew up the last 3 summers. I just knew he was going to be great, and once we had similarly the same offers, I was like, yo, like we actually have an opportunity to be college teammates. So now push to wear this across his chest is going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little more tougher. I'm going to make sure he puts this on.
Just for somebody that hasn't seen him play, what does Braylon Mullins bring to the table?
Best shot maker in the country. Yeah, I put my money on it too. Like, I don't think I was ever at a game where he wasn't coming down the court, dribbling the ball and shooting it from volleyball line. Like, shooting from volleyball line and it was the bottom of the net. Like, I could comfortably let him shoot it and get back on defense. That's how I felt.
So what would that look like in Lexington with what you bring to the table? Obviously is the #1 center in high school basketball, and for what you said, the best shooter in high school basketball.
I mean, it's gonna kill a lot of teams if he's able to put this on. I mean, there's not much you can do if we're in a pick and roll together, because you have to step up on him. But if you leave me, I'm gonna go dunk it. But if you leave him, he's gonna shoot it and he's gonna make it. So it's like in my opinion, we're the best duo in the country.
So what's next for you? You're #1 center in the country, top 25 player in the country. Like, does that matter to you, having that attached to your name, #1 center Malachi Moreno?
I mean, it means a lot, but at the end of the day, I just go out here and hoop. Like, I just come out here, I work hard, and I make sure people see that I'm in for business.
You decided to stay local. What was the reasoning behind that? Obviously, you saw the support. This gym wasn't an empty seat. How cool was that, first of all, but just the decision to stay local instead of going prep, when obviously you could have gone anywhere in the country and they would have loved to have you?
You saw everybody in here. Like, that's one of the main reasons I stayed. We support each other here. Like, there's no better feeling. Like, I was able to see all my best friends, and they were able to see me commit to my dream school. So being able to share that moment with them, it meant the world to me.
So accolades, McDonald's All-American. What are you looking to achieve with this last season of high school basketball here in the state?
Just to win a state championship, win Mr. Basketball, hopefully be a McDonald's All-American, and then I don't know after that. I mean, any other All-Star games that are out there, I'll try to be in those as well. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Goals at Kentucky. To talk about understanding the assignment, winning #9, hanging banner #9. What does the ideal vision look for you at Kentucky?
I'm coming to hang banners.
Banner plural.
Plural.
How
banners.
Many? Because that's also kind of a two-way street.
As long as I'm there, we're winning banners.
I like that answer. Malachi Moreno, an absolute blast here. Congratulations. Wearing Kentucky across your chest. Big Blue Nation is very excited to have you be a part of this.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate it. We'll wrap this up. We done? Cool? All right. Sounds good, man.